Hello everyone. So today in this Jetpack system we are going to implement this animation blend space and add a separate animation state to the animation blueprint of the character for the flying state. Now as you can see, the character do some changes in its body where depending on the direction we are moving. So like this. So here is the blend space that we are going to implement. Here we have forward, backward, and to the sides the character changes animation like this. And inside the animation blueprint we are going to add this new flying state to the character and added to fly alias, and inside here you can see that blend space I just show you. So we are going to set up these things in this episode. I will explain how to create this blend space using one single idle flying animation and how to set up these aliases and separate state machines of for the character animation. And before we get started, let me remind you that you can download the project files of this project and all the other projects that I have covered in my channel in Patreon page. So without a limit, once you are a member, you can download all the projects that I have done to the date. So I'll leave the link in description below. Feel free to check it out. And let's get back to the tutorial. Alright, so now I got this animation and I'm going to create a new state using this animation in the animation blueprint for the flying state. So at the moment I am using the same falling animation as you can see here, but we are going to add a new different animation. Okay, so for that here I'll add a new state fly, and inside this I'll just add this animation, the flying idle animation. Drag and drop it here like this and mark this as looping. Okay, now in order to go into this state, I'll add a new state alias. I'll call it to fly and connect it here. So here we're gonna need a new variable, so I'll call it is flying, and here if we are flying we should go into that state, and this should be called checked in locomotion, and also jump, and also follow, and also land as well, because from any of these states we could start flying by firing up the jetpack. And additionally, now these two states to land should also be checked from flying, and this to falling also should be tested from flying alias. Right, now the vent graph, I'll add a new pin here, and here I'll set is fly. Now we can set this Now actually we don't need this anymore, so we can this is the shortcut that we took yesterday just to use the same falling animation for the flying as well, but now we don't need that anymore. So this should work. Set flying. Okay. Now let's check. No. Okay, let's debug and see what happens. Right, now if I go here and select, right, so this is the problem. Here when we go to the flying mode, and this to land also get fired because it's not falling. So here it's not enough to be just not falling, so we need to make sure not falling and not flying. Only if these both conditions are true, we can enter this, we should enter this land state. Now let's see. Right. Why the feet is straight? The animation, okay, the feet is like this, but the feet becomes straight here because of this control rig. So what we can do is, again, is flying, not, and we need to check both these are not true. Only then we should do the 𝐿𝐴 trace, 𝐿𝐴 rig. No, still no. Let's see. Oh, this is true. Is flying is true. Is falling is false. This is true. This is true. False, true. This is true. Wait, how is this true? Because if flying is true, not a flying should be false. That's odd. Well, I have no idea why is this happening, because this is true and simply not of true should be false. Not triple. So why is this true? Oh wait, am I previewing this? No? So this also becomes true. So I have no idea why such a simple thing is broken, or am I doing something wrong? Anyway, let's duplicate this to 𝐿𝐴. By default, I'll make it false and I'll use it here without the not. I'm just trying to not use this not because it's not working. So then, well, here again we have to do 𝐿𝐴 set with Oh, hold on. Let me go back to the anim graph, and here instead of this, I'll change the alpha. Let's try this. So if this is true, we should have the carry, otherwise not. No, it's working. But seriously, the other thing also should work. Wait, no. But it's not working at all. This is giving 1. Well, that means it should do like a trace. Let's try again. It's not working. Let's connect these two. Oh wait, first let me check. Yeah, now the IK is working. If I move up, yeah, now it's not working. That's why feet is hanging. And land back. Yeah, it's working. Awesome. So now the next thing is, I don't want the character to, if I press A or D, instead of turning towards that direction, character should directly go to that direction without turning. So the turning happens because we have enabled this see, orient rotation to movement. It should be somewhere. Where is it? It's under rotation settings. Orient rotation to movement. So we should only orient rotation to movement if we are moving forward. Well, actually we should be orienting not towards the movement, towards the direction that we are looking at. So that means use controller desired rotation. This one should be enabled, this one should be disabled when we fly. So where is Jetpack? Right here. We can orient rotation to movement. So if we are in the working mode, when we enable flying, we should disable this, and then we should enable control set use control desired location. This should be enabled. And this should be other way around for when we disable fly. So it should be enabled, should be disabled. Right, now let's see, it's orienting. Yeah, now I can move this way and that way. So we are always facing the direction that we are looking at. And the rotation rate should be reduced. So when we are walking, 500 is fine. Set rotation rate. This is when we are walking. When we are flying, I think it should be a bit slower. So I'm not sure. Let's try 50. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Now, instead of having this one animation for the flying, let's implement a blend space. Let me create a new folder, fly, and move this flying idle here, and then flying forward. Now how should I do this? So I'll make the character lean forward a little bit, and the legs also move back a little bit. So if I move it from the pelvis, it will be like this. Add a key, apply. So now this is move forward, this is flying idle, this is flying forward. Okay, this should work, this should work. Can I duplicate here? Control D? No. Control D. Flying backward. Same thing. I'll slant the character a little bit, and from the spine I'll make it straight a little bit. Legs, I think we should move forward a bit, lift. Okay, the other. The one also. Okay, this is backward, this is forward, this is backward. Now left and right. Left. Well, I'll do this without recording to save time for the tutorial. Okay, so here is the flying left animation, and here is the flying right animation. Now I'll create a blend space. Yeah, using 𝐂𝐚𝐴. I'll call it BSP. Oh, I should be creating it here. BSP fly. Now I'll name the axis horizontal, side max value. What's the max value for movement when we fly? 600. Okay, then in that case I'll give minimum axis for the side minus 500 plus 500, because 600, it's okay, 500. And horizontal, the vertical axis also should be same. Forward, I'll call this, I'll set this also minus 500 to plus 500. Okay, now in the middle we should have the idle animation. Right, and forward we should have this. Okay, backward, so minus 500. Got to enable snapping. Left, and right. Okay, now you see we have the full blend space. Okay, so now we can use this BSP flying instead of this one animation. So, but still we need to calculate these variables. Side, I'll promote this to a variable. Side speed and forward speed. By default they will be 0. Now we need to calculate this. So that's if we are flying. Oh, one more thing. We did this yesterday and that is actually not required now. So we can directly do this. And oh, here, if we are flying, we should calculate those these values. How to do that? We already have a reference to the character, and also we have the velocity, which we already get here. So now in order to calculate the let's start with the forward speed. We can calculate it this way. Get actor forward vector and dot product with the velocity. This will give us this forward speed. Similarly, get right right vector, another dot. This will give us the side speed. Right, now let's see, this should work. Let's see, start flying. Yeah, okay, nice. when we fly back, the flames hit the character, which is not really good. So the legs should be moved up, and more than that, this flame direction does not properly align with the exhaust. So maybe we should make them not in world space but in local space. Where did I create the effect? Local space. Let's check now. Yeah, now it properly aligns. So it doesn't get in the character's legs. Okay, so I think that should be enough for today. So thanks for watching. Updated project files will be available for the download in Patreon page. Link would be in the description below. And see you in another episode. Let me know what else you would like to cover in this series in the comments.